Good afternoon. Welcome to our time capsule, or should I say time box opening. Anyway, in 1993-94, we celebrated Garrett Park's 100th birthday. We had a big party to celebrate. After all, 100 years is pretty old. So what I'd like to do is introduce a few people who were around for that 100th birthday party to celebrate. First, I'd like to introduce Ms. Korth. You recognize her.
100 years later.
25. Mrs. Rogers. They both were teaching here at the same at that time. And this is Mrs. Moyer, who is sort of our historian of Garrett Park. So she knows all about Garrett Park, and she really helped to put on the 100th birthday celebration. So I'm going to let her do a little reading first before we open the time capsule.
Good afternoon, boys and girls, or maybe I should say ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Garrett Park Elementary School for the culmination of the 100th birthday of the school and to open the 25th time capsule that has been hidden in the basement for the last few years. We've grown a bit with a new building, 5 principals, 800 students instead of the 390 we had in 1984, 32 classroom teachers instead of the 12, and 13 buses instead of the 4 that we had then. I assume there have been many changes in your life with marriages, births, deaths, as well as degrees and jobs. So welcome back. We've come a long way at 25 years. And I'm Mary Moyer. I was a student here in the old building, a parent here in the new building, and the substitute teacher, as well as the 100th birthday coordinator, at which we had a lot of fun.
It was a big celebration.
Thank you.
So in 1994, the students made a time capsule, and a time capsule is really just a time box, but they wanted to open it up 25 years later for the 125th birthday. So 25 years ago, students put items in the box so we could tell what school was like in 1994, way back then. Now we get to open the box to see what treasures we find. Some items will seem old, some items will look familiar. So here we go.
So here we go.
There is also a 2,000-year box wandering around somewhere. We're not quite sure where that is. But that's to celebrate this millennium of the United States.
Get that.
It works.
I'm gonna set it down.
That sounds good.
Oops. Perfect.
Wow.
Oh wait, yeah, and then go ahead and open it. Hopefully no smoke will come out. Wow. All right. Now I'm just gonna. Oh, it's perfect. Can you see it? Okay. We're just gonna pull things out from the front to the back. Okay, and hand it back to us, and we'll see what we've got.
Okay. Is that great? Oh, that's the beginning.
you start, yeah.
Okay. So here there's a big, this is a program from the 100th birthday celebration.
Wow.
And Garrett Park even made it in the newspaper. We made it in the Gazette. And here we are celebrating with a big cake and the 100th birthday. Okay.
Oh, let me see that. You know what that is? That is a list of all the people who worked here that year. And if I go down that list, there's only one person who's still here, and that's our friend Mrs. Korth. Okay, keep going.
Wow.
I
just thought it was over.
What do you think? What color is that?
What color are they
The
now?
color they are today.
What color are they now?
Neon
Neon yellow. Wow, that's neat.
Funny.
Oh, show them that.
I have that.
Yeah.
Every student got one of those.
Yep. Everybody had one. Oh, very good.
So sad I still have mine.
That was designed, the picture on it was designed.
Just
by
grab the whole
Mrs.
grade 1 there. Grade 1. Let's start with grade 1.
One packet.
All right.
Okay. Good.
Okay, I'm excited to see what grade 1 put in. Well, oh golly, lots of fun stuff. This is a map of our old school.
It's tiny.
It was tiny. Maybe we show one picture. I'm changing my mind. Will you go show a couple of the pictures? I pulled out some pictures of the old school. It had a main hallway coming down, and there were steps that came down. And when my sister-in-law went to school here, they had a student who used a wheelchair, and they used to take turns carrying him down the steps because we were not ADA compliant. They didn't have that back then.
No elevators.
We didn't have an elevator at that
No
point.
elevator. How are we doing in there? All right, then they're ready. This is something called the Magic Newspaper. And you know who this is from? This is Donna Driscoll, who's an old friend of theirs.
Oh, yeah.
And she wrote about some of the things that was going on this year. That our president was Bill Clinton, and that our principal was Mrs. Bainbridge, who hired me and her. And
No.
I know you were here too.
Yeah.
We celebrate Halloween and Valentine's Day, that's the same. We had a drama club, same, computer club, chess club, and a television club, believe it or not, and a math Olympiad team. And they listed all the kids who were going to be graduating. Very cool. Are they ready yet, Becca?
Yeah, we're ready.
All right, show a couple pictures. There's show a couple pictures. Just scroll through. We were a very small school. You'll see how kind of sad our playground was. We didn't have all the cool equipment we have now. But we had a lot more trees and green space because we were smaller. Now we're just a big old building. Let me know when they're done.
390 students.
Yep, we had about 390 students at that time. All right, come back to us. Hurry up. Okay. All right,
How about grade 2?
how about grade 2?
I bet you they have some stuff. Okay. Here we go. Let's check with grade 2.
Wow.
A lot of stuff.
Okay. Oh, look what they did have. They did have a chess club. So this was the Garrett Park Chess Club.
Oh, Mark.
So second grade had a chess club, and this would be, these were what her memories of second grade were. So they wrote a little list of different things that they liked.
Read that first one.
Okay. Dear Garrett Park, my name is Julia Bell. I am 8.5 years old. My favorite subject is reading. I like reading because I like to read. I don't like math because I do not like to do math. I like to ride bikes with my friends. From Julia Bell. Okay. They also put a PTA newsletter, so instead of on the computer, they had to print these out and send them home so you could get all the information about what was going on in the PTA. That's different.
Who knows what this is?
Oh.
I do.
Ah.
It's a VHS tape, because that was the way you could watch movies and things or tape things. And Mr. Warrow, who's not here anymore, made a tape of his class, which I'm certainly going to
What?
watch for sure. All right,
Okay.
third grade.
Next up.
There's a lot of stuff in here.
Third grade. Wow, they have a lot.
Big stuff.
Big stuff. Now, they also put that's a tiny little shirt. The third grader. But that's one of our vintage Garrett Park shirts.
I found that too.
Does this look familiar?
Let's see.
Oh, did you grab it?
I don't have it.
Okay.
I didn't see it
Does
yet.
this look familiar? Because guess what? 25 years ago, they were doing Scholastic News in their classes. Go figure.
Do you guys still do Scholastic News?
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Yes.
Who knew?
So fun. Oh, and they wrote stuff. This is really fun. This is people talking about what they did in this year in third grade. And this one's by Jamie Williams, who's 8 years old, of course. And she was in Mrs. Denberg's class, who was a lovely teacher who was here, or smart gal. She said, in Mrs. Denberg's class, I remember the MSPAP, which was the state test, and we sat in rows and did lots of activities. My teacher said we had to do it was explain and explain and explain. I really didn't want to do it. Does your teacher tell you that you have to explain and explain and explain?
Still.
Yes.
Still do.
And Nick said, something I will remember is that I learned cursive. Look at that nice cursive. Third grade. You guys learn cursive?
Yeah.
And the last one I'll show you is, or share with you, is Emily Zemetkin.
Oh, yes.
In third grade. I remember how nice my teacher, Mrs. Stenberg, was. I will also remember how much fun we had together. Sometimes we would read in our reading books. Oh, all right then. And guess what their reading books were? Hey, wait, something else you might have seen before. Hey!
Wow.
Still works. Awesome.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Next up,
Fourth grade. Oh, that's okay. Good save.
let's see, the fourth.
Oh my
Oh, Mrs. Hickey's gonna love
Okay,
that.
I got it, because on the tech out. Anybody know, any of you guys know what this is? It's called a floppy disk, and you would put it into your computer, and it was a math game, and this was their favorite math game in fourth grade, Miss Goldberg's class.
Oh.
So another ancient way of using information, which we had the VHS and now we have a floppy disk. Man alive.
Okay. They also wrote some things that they learned in fourth grade. I was going to read one, see if you can recognize anything. We had to write reports about counties in Maryland. They went to St. Mary's and they got to stay overnight at St.
Yeah.
Mary's.
Oh, wow.
Those were the
That was
days.
kind of a fun difference.
They always
That's
stayed
good.
overnight.
We didn't get to stay
You
out.
didn't?
out.
On one of our field trips, we went to the C&O Canal. That was fun. We also had to say yes ma'am and no ma'am to the teacher.
We don't have to do that.
We learned about rocks and minerals. We learned about each mineral. We learned about rivers. And we learned about the watershed.
Oh.
I think they're still learning that these days, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought this looked familiar too.
Hey.
The good old menu. Let me see what we might possibly have on a Friday. Cheese or pepperoni
No.
pizza? No.
Original.
What are some other things? Hamburger on a bun and tater tots or grilled cheese? Sounds familiar.
Okay.
So, there's a lot of stuff. And then this was upside down day when you
Yeah,
had
they don't do that
pancakes.
anymore.
They
Yeah.
used to do that.
Breakfast
for
for
that.
lunch.
Okay,
So funny.
good for fourth
All
grade.
right. Fifth grade. Now this is a really interesting one, I'm sure.
That was Chris's class.
Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh, okay. We have a teacher here named Mrs. Stemble, love her. And her friend Claudia wrote about all the things that were cool when they were in fifth grade. Cool outfits, loose jeans, baggy t-shirts, sport t-shirts, and jean jackets.
Same or different?
Popular sayings, cool, not, psych, yeah right, and yo. Cool brands of clothes, the Limited, Levi jeans, the recess games, oh I'm not gonna read that last one, kickball, basketball, or foursquare. Popular singers, R.E.M., Pearl Jam, Mariah Carey, Nirvana, Tony Braxton, Snoop Dogg. Yeah, they must be old. Popular movies, Wayne's World, Jurassic Park, Aladdin. And the most common names were David, Michael, Jenny, Brian, Stephen, and Kathy. Now, popular computer games, and there really wasn't much then. Oregon Trail and Odell Lake. Now, can I describe Oregon Trail? Do you remember that one? Was that when it was just like
trying
to find
just like words and you had to type in like turn right?
Yeah.
Was that fun?
That was funny. I know.
We didn't know any better. We didn't know what was going to come down there.
Here, read some of these.
Okay.
They still do.
Here's a couple. The best memory of Garrett Park. My best memory of Garrett Park was the first time Mr. Milner, who used to teach third grade, sneezed. The first time Mr. Milner sneezed, my desk shook along with everyone else's. He was known to have crazy sneezes.
Yeah.
Okay. When I was in fourth grade, I went to St. Mary's City. We spent the night at the college. It was fun. My best memory is when the class went to the Maydale Nature Center. Everyone went in the water with their shoes on.
Seems fun.
And this one in fourth grade going to St. Mary's, and in fifth grade going to the Jason Project and Williamsburg. My best memory will be missing all of the teachers. at Garrett
Aw.
Park.
Well, let me read a couple of these. Some of the kids wrote their dream for Garrett Park in 2019. Let's see how it is. This is Jillian Rutke, who's a friend of ours. And she wrote, I hope that by 2019, Garrett Park will be one of the most popular schools in the U.S. and you will have technology like you've never seen it before. Is she right?
That's true.
Yeah.
True.
More of that.
It came true.
Let's see, my dream for Garrett Park. By 2019, I hope the whole state of Maryland will be overgrown by thick evergreen forest.
I don't think that's
I'm glad that
happened.
didn't
Can't be relative
Never
here.
happened.
Oh, yes.
My dream for Garrett Park in 2019 is that they still give out graduation T-shirts for the 5th grade.
They still have to.
I also hope, oh, this is a sad one, they still have the 5th grade pool party.
They used to.
Yeah.
I want that.
That's pretty.
Oh, it's close.
My dream for Garrett Park in 2019 is that Garrett Park will have a school store.
Alstoy.
Funny.
I thought when they said they wanted an Astrodome over
I
the
gotta find that.
backfield, that would have
look
worked
at
out
these real
quite
quick.
well. Okay.
My dream there's going to be machines in Garrett Park, but I don't want it to replace the normal teachers. I want the school to keep going the way it is. That's the point. That's going on land. Oh, look at that handwriting. My goodness. My dream is that in 25 years, my kids will be going to Garrett Park. I dream that Garrett Park will be the same as now with caring teachers.
Definitely that way.
Oh yeah, do that.
Forgot about that.
I hope the school gets bigger and more people start coming. Well, that certainly happened, didn't it? Yeah. All righty. I hope it is still standing and teaching. Yeah, we do hope that. I can't find that one you were saying.
So that's okay.
Okay.
So anyway, well, I think we saw a lot of interesting things from 1994.
Yeah.
What do you
Don't
think,
you have a
ladies,
6th
girls?
grade? You had a 6th grade then, didn't you?
No,
That was they had moved out already by
Oh,
that
really?
time. We used to have 6th grade in elementary school until they bumped it up until middle school.
Yeah.
But that was it. So I was going to say, many things have changed in 25 years. We have a new school, new technology, new teachers and students. But Garrett Park is still amazing. Garrett Park is a caring school. Teachers care and students care about each other. Garrett Park is a great place to be. So let's celebrate the 125th birthday.
thank you, dear.
125 years?
Yeah,
That's right.
That's
Oh,
where we
that's
are.
right.
So we'll sing
Yeah.
a little happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Garrett Park. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, friends, for tuning in.
Okay, it's
I'm
been
going to
great.
run the Garrett Park history documentary now if you want to keep your TVs on. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.